Say hi, Kurt. Welcome to This Month in Gaming. It is February 2025. Let's get into it. First, we have Civilization VII by Firaxis. After 8 years, the next installment of the long-running Civilization franchise has landed. Albeit a little bit of a crash landing, and fortunately everyone on board survived, but still it's not really the thing you want to hear about. The launch was predicated by an early access period which allowed those who pre-ordered the game to play ahead of time. The amount of feedback Firaxis received from these players allowed them enough time to fix a lot of the most glaring issues before the official launch, most of which were complaints about the UI and random game crashes. The resulting Day 1 patch and a handful of subsequent hotfixes have shown that Firaxis is absolutely listening to the game's community and is taking their feedback seriously. But the game still has a number of problems. Like, why don't any units have automated exploring anymore? It's so annoying having to manually move every single unit every single turn. Why do I have to move a trader to a foreign city first before starting a trade route with it? I already know that's the city I want to trade with. Why can't I just tell the trader to start a route with that city right from the beginning? Seems like they've added this extra step for no damn reason. In fact, why can I only trade with foreign cities and not between my own cities anymore? Why is there only 3 different map sizes and 6 map types? That's quite a substantial cut in variety when compared to their previous game. Also, where the fuck did all the other game customization options go to? Resource abundancy, sea level, game speed, barbarians, victory conditions? They're all gone. And why can't I name or rename any of my fucking cities?
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople.
You know, that thing you've been able to do in this series since forever ago?
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way.
And the new age transitions seem to cause more problems than it solves. When you start a new game, you select a leader as usual, however, that leader isn't tied to a specific civ. You can select whatever civ you want. You want Ben Franklin to lead the ancient Egyptians? Yeah, you can do that. That sounds pretty dope, right? Well, unlike Civ 6, this game only has 3 different ages: Antiquity, Exploration, and Modern. When you move from one age to another, the civ you control also changes. So, if you started the game as Ben Franklin in control of the ancient Egyptians and advanced to the Exploration age, I got bad news for you. Now you gotta be the Incans, or the Spanish, or the Mongolians, or whatever. And, if you move to a different age, your units automatically upgrade to that age's equivalent, which is fine, but they may also disappear entirely. Because reasons. And if you were at war with someone and about to conquer one of their cities, you're both suddenly back to being neutral with one another, and all your troops have been magically transported to your own territory. Because reasons. And there's this whole town and city dynamic too. Basically, everything besides your starting city starts as a town first, which can eventually be upgraded to a city. But they'll all revert back to towns at the start of every new age. Again, because reasons! But don't let me scare you away. Like I said earlier, Firaxis is clearly listening to player feedback, and releasing improvements at an impressive rate. Soon, Update 1.1 will be out, which will implement even more improvements to the UI and tweaks to the game in general. Should Firaxis have let the game bake a little bit longer in the oven before launching? Absolutely. But it's still enjoyable, so long as you're willing to look past its little quirks for now, which I imagine will be addressed in short order. Also, you don't have to use the stupid fucking 2K launcher anymore, so that's nice. Next up, we have Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered. A year after Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered released, 4 through 6 is now out. If you're unfamiliar with the Tomb Raider franchise, I'm not really sure what you're doing watching this video, or why you're on this channel. I'm guessing you're fairly young and TikTok is down and you got here by accident? Are you hungry? Do you need someone to make you a sandwich? Actually, no, fuck that, go clean your room first. Or apartment, dorm room, whatever, I'm sure it's a dump. Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered is another project spearheaded by Aspyr? I don't know how you say that for sure. Aspyr and Crystal Dynamics. These two teams are also responsible for the release of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 through 2 remasters back in December of 2024. If you're unfamiliar with the Legacy of Kain series, go do your homework or do your laundry. Don't lie to me, motherfucker. I know you have at least one of those two things lying around that needs done. Go do it. Anyways, if you're looking for a trip down memory lane or want to experience some classics for the first time, pick this up. The updated graphics, along with the ability to switch back and forth between the updated and classic visuals a la Halo Anniversary style, is a nice touch. And if you're unfamiliar with Halo Anniversary, just fucking go away. If it's been some time since you played any of the classic Tomb Raider games, please take some time and try to remember how frustrating the games were before you fire one of them up. After all, these are remasters, not remakes. Same core games with a new coat of paint. All the original annoyances you may or may not remember, like the sluggish character movement, weird camera angles, coupled with some of the most infuriating platforming sections, are all definitely still there. So, maybe spend some extra time in the training levels reacquainting yourself before really digging in. Like what I did there? Digging in? Because Lara Croft is an archaeologist? Allegedly?
Allegedly.
Also, there's still no nude code, because that was never a thing. Or was it? Nope. Nah. No. No. No way. No. 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 No! Damn it. Alright. Fine. Heresy is actually kinda good. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I tore into Bungie pretty hard last month, and I still stand by every last damn thing I said. The Revenant episode was flat out fucking stupid. I would have called it a dumpster fire instead, but I can't, because at the very least, a dumpster serves a purpose, and Revenant didn't. So far, the story in Heresy is excellent, and it came out swinging hard with the, spoiler alert, death of longtime character Eris Morn. I say death because, in the Destiny universe, beings that have obtained sufficient paracausal power have the ability to create pocket universes within the Ascendant Realm, known as the Throne Worlds. These are personal realms whose forms and laws are defined by the creators, which serve as a refuge for the creator's consciousness, or soul, in the event of their death in the physical world. So, with Eris being a hive god herself at one point, she's likely biding her time in her own throne world until she can gain enough strength to return to the physical world at a later date. What do you think of that, ladies? That explanation just flood your basement? Although Heresy has a good story, a large chunk of it has unfortunately gone unnarrated due to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA video game strike. Which is just so damn disappointing because we finally have some seasonal content with some fucking weight and actual consequences within the Destiny universe. The random bits of missing voice dialogue are a very noticeable and uncomfortable distraction. To compensate, Bungie turned on subtitles by default and released an obvious explanation as to why they did so. But I can't help but feel something more could have been done here. I get you don't want to go behind the original voice actor's back and hire scabs during a strike, and I totally respect that. But this content is temporary. That said, maybe have a couple current Bungie employees do the lines instead or something. Even if it ends up sounding bad, I still feel like it would have been better than doing nothing in this instance. Like I already said, this episode is temporary and won't be playable ever again sometime later this year, just like the rest of the episodes. There's a bunch of gamers who paid good money for content they're simply not getting. So, hear me out. Let's say I order carryout at a pizza place and I pay for a pepperoni pizza. When I arrive to pick it up, I discover there's no pepperoni on the pizza. Maybe one of their employees quit on the job or something and they're understaffed, so mistakes were made.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
So I sympathize and remain patient because of their predicament. We're only human. However, I'm still a paying customer, and has already paid. It's good business practice and just plain common courtesy for the pizza establishment to do one of the following to correct their issue. Offer some kind of discount or refund, give a freebie like breadsticks or something, or they remake the pizza. Well, what are you going to do, Bungie? Give us some in-game currency, maybe some free cosmetics, discount the next expansion? My point is, people already paid for this content, which in turn is supposed to pay the wages for staff like voice actors. If there's no voice actors, where's that money going then? Probably in Speed Racer Pete's pocket so he can go buy another fucking car, right? Maybe I shouldn't get into that again. Just makes me angry. We'll just add this to the big book of Bungie's fuck-ups and move on. The new seasonal activity called The Nether has received praise for the new roguelite mechanics it introduces to the game. Its near-seamless difficulty curve is accomplished through the clever balance of limited resources, the inability to passively heal, while also implementing random collectible character buffs. Your typical arena size is also expanded, which makes enemy engagement way more manageable. I've personally sunk a few hours into it, because someone made me, and overall, I like it. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is actually the biggest sized seasonal activity that I can think of in the past few years. However, it's not all bananas and dancing with toothbrushes. Somewhere after the hour marker, I started to experience the new reported bug that is hitting the game in the shape of what's assumed to be some kind of memory leak. It's reported that during extended gameplay sessions and activities like raids, dungeons, the nether, etc., parts of your HUD and sometimes your weapon will completely vanish from the screen. Should you fire your newly invisible weapon, the rounds seemingly appear from somewhere else in the level. Because of course the game is just that fucking broken! Why wouldn't it be? Currently, the only known way to correct the issue is to quit the activity and come back. I mean, I know last episode I said I'm ready for this house to burn down, but now that it's happening, I guess I didn't expect it to be so spectacular. I was thinking something like an abandoned house fire, not a full-on fireworks warehouse. But hey, at least now it's way more entertaining to watch. Antiquity, exploit, and full of subsequent hot faxes, being neutral with one times were before you fire. Nah, that's all shit. It's all very wordy. No, I'll stop there. Enemy management, more engagement. Fuck.